Today I'm telling you the story of Ehud and the Fat King. So it starts off pretty normally. The Israelites become wicked, God needs to chasten them, so he sends in the Moabites. Moabites come in, take over everything like you do. Now we learn about the king. His name is Eglon, and according to the official record, he was a very fat man. I love this. It's not like, oh, he was like a big guy, he was like a fat king. No, but it says a very fat man. I wonder in biblical times what it meant to get from being like a normal person to being where the Bible, when it has only like 2 verses about you, one of the verses is about how fat you are. When it's like, and he isn't just fat, he's very fat. I don't know. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you're the king, you want to be fat, nobody's judging. This guy knows real estate. When he chooses a place to build his palace, he builds it in the place of palm trees. Now, this is the Middle East. It's like sand dunes and desert and crap. And he finds the city with palm trees. Anyway, so he comes in, rules for 18 years, and finally the people are like, all right, we're gonna repent. So God brings Ehud in, and he's like, save them. Ehud makes a sword, and this is important. It's a cubit in length and sharp on both sides. I honestly don't know why you wouldn't make all your swords double-sided. And a cubit is from the tip of your elbow to your longest finger, which I presume is your middle finger, unless you've got like really funky hands. I don't know. So it's like this long, like that's a cubit. In today's measurement, that's about 1.5 feet or 45 centimeters. So he takes his knife and he straps it to his right thigh and like puts on his robes over it and hides it and everything, and we're off. As an excuse to visit the king, they get a present together and they bring it all as an escort, and after the escort's sent away, Ehud is like, hey king, I have a secret for you. And the king, this is obviously not raising any warning signs whatsoever. There are no like red alarms blazing. He's just like, yeah, sure, I love secrets. All of everybody leave. Let us be alone with this guy who is, I don't even know him. So then Ehud is like, I have a message for you from God. Which is basically just being like, come over here. Come a little bit closer. So then the king stands up and Ehud grabs his knife, sword, whatever it is, and he stabs him in the gut. This probably isn't very difficult, because remember, the king is a very fat man. Makes like a big target, right? This is the best part. So he doesn't pull his knife out of the king, but he just like leaves it there, and it's just like, the fat like sucks the knife in, and it goes all the way to the hilt. Okay, like remember how big this knife is. This is like from your elbow to the tip of your finger. So this guy is like, if you do that, like that's how fat he is. This is a huge guy. Like now we know, like we're like a very fat man. He's that fat. And like, it's not just the knife that goes in, like the hilt. Like, so if the knife is this long and then like your handle, like, it's just fat is like sucking it into him. So you know he's dead, because in the King James Version, it says the dirt came out. In the NIV, it says his bowels discharged. So like, basically he crapped himself. Now Ehud is like, I'm gonna leave now. So he like walks out, closes the door, locks it up, and he strolls out like nothing. Nothing. Just gonna leave. Now the servants are sitting there waiting, like not checking on the king after this mysterious visitor. And they start to smell something and they're like, oh, he's in his summer chamber. Basically means he's on the toilet. So I just imagine them all sitting around, they're like, waiting some more, still waiting. So eventually I imagine some guy's like, guys, he cannot be pooping for this long. This is ridiculous. And I don't know how long this was, like, I don't know if this was 30 minutes, if they waited for an hour, if it's been like 5 hours, I don't know how long he normally poops, maybe just like 10 minutes. I don't know. In my mind, I hear him be like, my lord? Is everything all right? Highness? Sir? And like, nothing, because he's dead, right? So finally, they grab the key, like, unlock it, bust open the door, and then he's dead. Way to go, servants. Your king is dead. So while the servants are all just standing around waiting, Ehud is gathering an army of Israelites, and they just come in and they like kill everybody. And so, happily ever after? Yeah. Pretty sure that's how it goes. Thanks for watching till the end. If you want to see last week's video, click here. If you want to see next week's video, click subscribe in the disdains. Of course, if I left anything out, if you have any other stories you want me to tell in the future, put them in the comments down there. And I will see you next week.